new future. Okay? Today's guest is Cynthia. Like many people, Cynthia thought her challenge was procrastination. Might still think that. She wasn't looking for excuses. She wasn't lacking motivation. She wasn't. She simply wanted, "Hey, Jules. All right, one of my new followers is on here. Thank you, Jules, for joining us." Um, she simply wanted to understand why she kept putting important things off. Anybody else ever do that? But as we talked in the days before today's show, something much deeper began to emerge. What looked like procrastination on the surface turned to be a story underneath, involving fear and regret, pretty powerful emotions, and a story that was quietly influencing every decision made. If you've ever delayed writing that book, starting that business, launching the podcast, finishing that Canva project, making the phone call, having the difficult conversation, or taking the first step towards something you know you should do, you may discover that today's conversation isn't really just about Cynthia. It may be about you. So, because once again, once the story changes, we rewrite the story, the strategies appear. So let's welcome Cynthia to the call. Cynthia, thank you. We've known each other for years, and I appreciate you being willing to have this conversation in front of God and everybody.
I think you're a miracle worker, so I'm ready for your miracle.
Well, if there's any truth to that, I'm just a conduit. Okay. So tell us what's been going on. What's the challenge? And not so much the what you're building, but the thinking and the emotions and the stress that went up to it. Fears and the regrets.
The biggest thing is I can create challenges for myself. So I will get close to finishing something,
Right?
and then if there's one thing that'll keep it from getting finished. Right now, I'm working on a course, and I got those things done. Now I need to do a workbook. Now I'm working in Canva.
Okay.
But when I come in to the end of a busy day, it's not just procrastination. Sometimes it's exhaustion, and
Sure.
where quickly pick up now, and that's not the easy thing to do.
Right. Right. And then is that when the fear of technology jumps in?
The fear of technology, because it's not intuitive for me. Once I sit down and go through it, but when you're already tired, where do you start? Which thing do you do? Oh, by the way, I should have written a blog post. Um, it's just like it's overwhelming,
Okay.
and
Got
and
it.
then I'll
Got it.
be digging in the yard or something and thinking, well, what if I did? What if this is the thing? What if this is the thing that makes buckets of money? I'm gonna feel so stupid about the 10 years I could have been a millionaire and didn't.
See, that's important, folks, because here's she said it a different way, but she said it to me earlier that I fear I will get it wrong. And if and when it's successful, I will beat myself up mentally that I did not get it done earlier. Now, Cynthia, that is a rather quite elegantly formed challenge for you because to put it in street language, you're screwed either way. You know, you're either going to feel fear or you're going to feel regret. And if if
My
that's how you,
nickel has two tails.
what's that?
My nickel has two tails. There
Yeah,
are no heads.
exactly. And so what a great reason to procrastinate because you don't have to feel fear and you don't have to feel regret or the fear of regret. Right? So, how long has this story been in operation?
Oh, that's a real question? I'm thinking I'm going on about 15 years.
Okay, wow, 15-year story. Okay, so you had practice at this.
I've honed it to a skill.
If we rewrite this today, that's going to be a pretty good thing. Okay, now, um, so when those two things pop up, the fear or the possible regret, what's that experience like?
It's sort of mind numbing.
Mind numbing. Wow. Yeah.
And I get to balance that with a really healthy case of ADHD.
Oh, that helps. Yeah, that. Believe me, I understand it. I've just been lucky to channel it, but yeah, that's me. Okay, so um, I want to see if we can rewrite this thing. Okay. And there's three ideas here. One, I think, is the best, but we'll let you decide. Okay. Um, Ready to change your story?
I am.
Okay. What if instead of that story, I'm afraid of doing it, and then if I get successful, then I'm going to regret not doing it earlier. Okay. Now, um, I'll give you an example. The things I'm putting together now with Story and Strategy Live, I've recently, very recently, realized that it's a culmination of doing group work and working with teams and working in a drug treatment center and running a private practice and speaking and teaching content marketing and radio and doing all of this stuff for a lot of years. Okay. So try this one on. If I succeed now, it proves those years were preparing. That looks like it's landing okay.
I'm writing it down.
Okay, okay, good. And don't feel like you got to get it all in because you're going to get to replay
Okay.
this. Um, Now, here's one that I really like because we've probably all heard that story joke about when's the best time to plant an oak tree? 20 years ago. When's the next best time? Now. Okay. So, if the best time was years ago, okay, great. All right. 15 years ago would have been great. Okay. The next best time is July 2nd, 2026 at 4:37 p.m. Okay. The next best time is today, and today still counts. Looks like that first one hit harder than that one.
They just build on each other.
They do. Now here comes my favorite. You ready?
Hmm?
Let me take a sip of tea here. Starting now does not shame my past. Starting now redeems it.
Well, I like that one.
I knew you would. I knew you would. And I can tell if I didn't know it, I can tell just by your countenance changing. Okay. So folks, check that out and let me know which one hits you the hardest. If I succeed now, it proves those years were preparing me. The best time was years ago. The next best time is today. And today still counts. Or the one that really hit hard for Cynthia. Starting now does not shame my past. It redeems it. Hey, I got a question for you. In your time on the planet, with the jobs you had and the people you worked with, have you done hard things ever?
Try carrying 2.5 years for someone with dementia that you didn't sign up to care for.
That's a hard thing. That's a very hard thing. And somehow you survived it.
I did.
Now you have 100% success record of surviving hard things. Okay. Now, I am not a tech person. Okay. I have a son who is. He's the IT director for the Secretary of State for Georgia.
What?
Um, and I'll call him up or text him and I say, okay, how do you do this on a Mac? And when I first started doing it, folks, he laughed at me. Like, I got to come up with a response to this. So a few times later, I said, son, don't laugh at me. I taught you how to use a spoon. And so he still laughs at me, but um, I know what buttons to push and what order to push them in to make this work. Okay. And if we can help you do that, whether it's your blog, whether it's the guidebook you're creating, whether it's Canva, you've done hard things. Okay. So if we're talking about starting now does not shame your past, it redeems it. What does that do to the that taste of regret?
It really does because those all things moments is I wouldn't have met the people that I've met. I wouldn't have helped the people that I've met.
Ah, okay.
Um,
Huge.
you know, just last night I knew somebody's kids, so when she was having a problem, I was the only person in the group that knew their name and phone number because I had helped them organize their kitchen.
I love it. I love it. See, that's a beautiful example of what you've spent years doing. There are countless people that you've given relief to and reduced stress for. Okay. And now all we're talking about, okay, like I used to do a lot of speaking when I was a counselor, and I used to do a lot of TV and radio too. Hey, Denise, good to see you here. And the online version of that text is articles, right? Audio is podcasts. Video is lives like this. You've done these things already. We just got to translate them. Okay. So
Okay.
um, now success no longer creates regret. Success creates relief. So take a deep breath, lower your shoulders a little bit, feel that relief.
I do.
Good, good. Now let's create some strategies. Okay. Now if I understand you correctly, you've told me that you built all the pieces for, is it a guidebook you're creating?
Um, I'm working on a lead for a course or like a mini course,
Okay.
and it's how to get out the door on time.
Okay. When's the due date?
Oh, couple of months ago.
Okay. So forget that because we're not under that gun now.
I
Okay.
started my next 100 days today
Okay.
already.
It'll get done when it's done. Okay. Please hear that. It'll get done when it's done. Okay. Now you are a very, very busy person. Okay. So we've gotten rid of the regret. We've gotten rid of the fear. Now we got to play with, okay, how do I use this time? Okay. Because we all get 24 and no more. That's the way it works. Okay. Now, um, are there people out there who this product will help?
Yes.
How will it help them?
For some people, it could help them save a job.
Oh,
bec-
is that all? Okay.
And and just again, the shame and stuff. I retired from a major company after 30 years, and they would fire you for being late.
Okay.
In 30 years, I was never late.
So you're helping people be on time and organize their life in a way that makes that possible.
Right.
Okay. All right. So picture picture a potential client. Is it a man or a woman?
Woman,
Okay. What's she look like? How old is she? What's her name?
50 plus, 55 plus.
Okay.
Um, guess her name can be Elizabeth.
It's Elizabeth.
Yeah.
Okay. Elizabeth, Beth, or Liz, or just Elizabeth?
Beth is good.
Beth? Okay. It's Beth. Okay. And so what's Beth's biggest challenge?
I have a friend that said they won't know when she dies because is it the late Sarah, as in died, or Sarah who has never been on time in the 70 years she's been here.
I love it. Oh, that's great. See,
So they
now
the
you're
right day.
laughing about something. I love it. I love it. My mom, I didn't find out I was born 2 weeks late until I was running late for something. And I said something like, well, was I born late? And she goes, yeah, 2 weeks. Um, the other thing she would always say to me um, is if I left the door open, um, were you born in a barn? Okay. And I was 16 going somewhere to meet some friends with my license before I thought of the comeback of to were you born in a barn? I thought of, I don't know, you were there. And so I didn't get to go where I was going. Anyway, all right. So this woman named Beth, who needs to change her reputation, at least die, okay, or show up for her own funeral, or what? Get other things done, be at work on time. What will she be able to do? Just like you're able to do this now with rewriting your story, what will she be able to do when she learns what you know? When you teach her and deliver what you know in this product?
The biggest thing for me that it stops is the panic
Okay.
because I know her well, and every doctor appointment, everything there is it's like they're going to be late. They're going to uh, forget this or whatever. And it's like this is history. It's not, but it doesn't have to be. It can be history instead of future.
Okay. And how, when she achieves that, how will she feel? What will change?
People won't laugh when she gets there.
Okay. Well, will there will there be other benefits to her?
You won't have to worry if you're going to have to pay that fee and reschedule the doctor.
Okay. Less stress.
And just um, and people won't tell you 30 minutes early so that you'll be there when they get there.
That one works, I know. I use it with folks. All right. I have a question for you. Okay, so come close. Okay, 'cause this is a big one. Okay, y'all brace yourself out there. Cynthia, how dare you deprive Bess of those differences in her life?
Well, she's a grown woman. She's got a
Yeah,
brain.
that's okay. Excuse number one.
Um,
She's a grown woman who needs you, though.
and it does. And in all fairness, she has skills that I don't have.
Okay,
And
good.
so it's not like I'm some, but for me, it's like if you know something and you can gently just give the information and they can choose to do it. And that's what I like about the marketing and internet marketing or just internet teaching is all of a sudden this bulb goes off for me
Hmm.
and it goes off for others.
Yes. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. So here's part of the strategy. And folks, the reason we look at the story behind the challenge and then change the story is once you've done that, the strategies appear. And just like there is no workout on this planet that will beat a bad diet, okay? There is no strategy that will outdo a bad story that's holding you back. And Cynthia's old one now, it's your old one, Cynthia, was rather elegant. If she does, she's going to feel scared. If she doesn't, she's going to feel regret. It's a beautiful trap. Nicely done. That's the old story. Okay. We've rewritten it. We've changed it. And now here comes some strategies. Okay. You ready for step one, my friend?
Got it.
Okay. Now you're going to recognize this line. Before my head hits the pillow tonight, I will spend 5 minutes, just 5 minutes, just 300 seconds. My math right? I think it is. Just 300 seconds, 5 minutes, doing a task towards this project. Okay? And no matter what, because I'm going to set an alarm, no matter what, I will stop after those 5 minutes. Okay? How's that land?
I want to go longer.
Yes, exactly right. And exactly, see, folks, what you just saw. Um, yeah, Goddess T. Marie, just 5 minutes. Yeah, can do. Yeah. Okay. She wants to, did you hear her? She wants to go longer. That means this landed. That's what happens when you uncover the story behind the challenge and you change the story. Now, just tonight, okay, just tonight, Cynthia, 5 minutes. Boom. 5 minutes. Okay. You can't go any further. I once saw, there's a place here in Atlanta called Chastain Park. It's a outdoor concert venue. And they have a hard stop at 11. Okay. Because it's in a neighborhood. And no matter what, it could be in the middle of a song. You're done. Okay. So, you know, Mike Stewart, he and I saw Boss Skaggs and Michael McDonald together. Michael McDonald first, you know, the gray hair, gray goatee. That'll come up in a minute. Um, White, actually. He still had the pipes in his 70s. So did Boss Skaggs. But they went so long, they both came up to the mic at 11 and said, "We are so sorry, but we can't do an encore." Okay. And that was it. So Mike and I are walking out, and this incredibly drunk woman walks up to me and goes, Mr. McDonald, I'm so sorry you guys couldn't do an encore. Remember, white hair, white goatee. Um, but can I have an autograph? And I said, yeah, we're sorry. Mike's behind me going, do it, do it. And I said, yeah, we're sorry too. Sorry about that. We can give you an autograph. And I said, the problem is if my manager finds out I didn't charge you $25 for that autograph, I'm in real trouble. And Mike's going, um, she gave me a 20 and a 5. And Mike is like, he had to sit on a bench. He was laughing so hard. And she stumbled away or whatever and probably never figured out she doesn't have Michael McDonald's autograph. Fortunately, that was a Saturday night because I felt so bad about taking that $25. I donated it the next morning to church. Let's at least get some good out of that. Okay. The point, and I do have one, is that we've changed the story. It's 5 minutes tonight. Okay. Now, tomorrow, because this is a daily thing, before my head hits a pillow, every night, each night, I will take at least 5 minutes towards this project. After tonight, and only if you stop at 5 minutes, after tonight, you can go longer, but you got to set the timer for 5 and make sure you've done that. Okay. Now, y'all look up here. Okay. There's a lot of psychology behind what we just did, strategies we just created. Okay. What happens to most people when you put a hard stop time limit on them? We're going to want to do more. Okay. Especially if we're stubborn and a little rebellious and like achievement, like most of us online do. And I know Cynthia well enough to know that was going to work great. I just absolutely love what you said. I'm going to want to do more. Okay. So the strategy is beginning today, before my head hits the pillow tonight, I'm going to spend 5 minutes on this period. Okay. And that's going to give you the freedom afterwards, starting tomorrow, that you can go past the 5 minutes if you want. Okay. One of the things that Cynthia is going to learn, folks, is you can get a lot done in 5 focused minutes. Okay. What's the key word in that phrase? 5 focused minutes. Anybody know the keyword? Type it in here. It's only a few words to choose from. That's right. Focused minutes. Turn off the distractions. The phone will wait. That's right. Focus. 5 focused minutes, you can accomplish a lot, even if it's just writing the outline of what you need to do. Okay. My guess is you do a little bit more than that. All right. So folks, I want you to understand what happened here. Okay. Cynthia and I have known each other for years. Um, and I'm happy to have her on because of where she is in her business. And her old story was what? That she was scared to do it, said she would fail. And if she succeeded, then she would feel regret for not starting 15 years ago. Nice trap, right? And so what's the new story, Cynthia?
That the past has just made the present. There's no shame from my past, but it has redeemed it
Beautiful.
in the future.
No shame. My accomplishing this will redeem my past. Does that feel good to you? That just
It
feels
does.
me. How about y'all? That feel good? Now, so what's the main strategy that we're able to put together now? Because folks, pay attention here. I could have given her this strategy beginning of the call and it'd be over. Cynthia, what are your chances of doing it?
Oh, it's done. It'll be
Huh?
done.
You think?
I'm positive.
See, I think before we change the story, you'd find a way to be too tired, too busy, too exhausted. Okay. We
Granted,
cleared that out. Now you don't got to worry about fear. Now you don't got to worry about regret. Now you can spend 5 minutes, at least 5 minutes, 5 minutes today, at least five the rest of the day. And if you did that for 7 days, that's 35 minutes. focused on the project. Okay. That's a big chunk. And we all know that she's going to spend more than 5 minutes a day. Now, who wants to wager on whether she'll stop at 5 minutes a day? Okay. I'm not sure which way I would bet. Okay. Um, but I'm saying Cynthia, 5 minutes deadline.
I
Okay.
can do it. I can do it for 5 minutes.
Okay. Set your alarm. Set your alarm.
Yes, I will.
All right. So, Cynthia, thanks for being a great guest. Folks, I know this to be true that you didn't just see Cynthia face this problem. You watched her and go and saw and thought, boy, that sounds like me. And it could be any piece of that. Right. That's one reason why we do this, because we help one person directly and help a lot of other people. Now, what I want you to remember about this is worth a write down too. Every story, no, back up there. Every challenge has a story. Every story can be rewritten. Every rewritten story creates a new future. Say it one more time. Every challenge has a story. Every story can be rewritten, and every rewritten story creates a new future. So, those of you that are wondering about a replay, you will find it in your email inbox and on your Substack um, by Saturday morning. Okay. Um, I'm not going to hold myself to like 7:07 like I usually do, because a couple busy days. Maybe I need 5 minutes of focus. It'll be out. Okay. And in that replay, in that email, in that post, will be links for you to be able to sit where Cynthia is, not in her home, but in your home or your office in this guest seat. Okay. And there will also be links to do more with me, okay, to take this further faster. Right? So, folks, a lot of places you could have been online. You chose to be here, and that's always, always appreciated. Cynthia, once again, thanks for being a great guest.
Thank
I,
you for your help.
I expect an email tomorrow about what was accomplished before midnight tonight. Okay?
Absolutely.
And it's okay if you send it tonight. I'll be asleep, but it's okay if you send it tonight. All right, folks. Next week, what we're going to do, we'll do a little bit different. Okay? Instead of having a guest, I'm going to break down the framework, the strategy, and psychology behind what you've heard several times today. Every challenge has a story. Every story can be rewritten, and every rewritten story creates a new future. We'll talk about that, and you'll really understand more what we're doing on the show. And I believe it'll make you want to be able to hear even more. Because, I mean, not only if you want to feel better, and we do two different ones. I said at the beginning, today we did it relates to business, but this was a life story. Procrastination is a life story. And then we do business stories as well. So if you've got a business challenge, if you've got a life challenge, watch for that link. It'll come out by 7 on the replay, and grab a seat. It's free. Okay. And has this been torturous and terrible and horrible and awful?
Well, no, I had a pre-counseling session.
That's
Got
exactly what
my money back.
and not that I've ever done that before, but you know what I did? I've never heard the voice of God, but this summer I had a thought in my head that wasn't mine. Go get a pen and paper and estimate how many hours you spent sitting across from people when you were a counselor, a therapist. Um, I was stunned. It's almost 35,000. It's like, my goodness. So there you go. Just a fun little story to wrap us up with. Thank you, Cynthia, for being a great guest. Thank you all for being here. And as always, want to say it with me, Cynthia, go
Use this
do
stuff.
good stuff.
Don't
Yeah.
make it hard.
All right. And we'll catch you next week when we break down this formula, the psychology of work, and the strategies behind it. See you then.